live on YouTube, and listen back on Spotify. This is the World of Football podcast.
Good evening. Oh, I've actually forgotten something. That's really bad of me. That's better. Good evening and welcome back to the World of Football podcast. Listening live on Spotify. Well, pre-recorded on Spotify. Listen, of course, live on YouTube. There's currently 3 of you guys in here. I'm sure that's going to spike over the 10 mark any second now. We've got the Portugal game on live at the moment. Looks like Portugal have got a injury there. But yeah, aside from that, it's his show at the end of the day. The captain of chaos, isn't it? Reece, how you doing, bud?
I'm not too bad, all things considering.
Mm-hmm.
New cushion added, of course, to the change of colour, the new bedding. It's all black. It's all black, or all black, but it's certainly there. But I'm good here for the interest of the show. It's going to be quite an interesting one. We've got a lot to get through on this.
Oh, 100%. I mean, group stages have completely rounded up. We're straight into the knockout, well, not even the qualifiers, the knockout rounds, aren't we? And we got this right below here, which is very aptly positioned as well for this stream. So just to round up what we're going to be talking about, we got the group stage roundup. We're going to fly through everything very quickly. Going to talk about Michael Oliver as well, top 2 and bottom 2, and we're going to talk about some winners and losers. So yeah, before we crack on with the business end of the stream, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, so you can support the channel. That'd be appreciated. Like us and listen to us back on Spotify as well. That'd be appreciated. And yeah, aside from that, let's get into it. I'm just going to get the...
One short thing before we go as well. Obviously, Manchester United as well. Club football update. Obviously, Manchester United announced today that Dan Ashworth was hired by the club as sporting director. United are now looking to hire, on a short-term basis, Christopher Vivell.
That'd be a good one, actually.
To give his expertise on recruitment and obviously multi-club structure, and that's insane if that one's pulled off as well. If you think about it, like that's big moves.
Oh, 100%. Because at the end of the day, that's the one thing that Manchester United for me have been lacking on. It's just the complete. I didn't even know. It's just the complete delusion when it comes to the recruitment department. I mean, Dan Ashworth, proven at Newcastle, proven at Brighton. I mean, for me, it's the perfect move for him.
Yeah, getting Vivell in, though, is insane. I mean, Leipzig, a little bit of Bayern, then... Yep, absolutely. To be fair, I went with the same team for the very beginning, to be fair. Consistently, I've said this team will win it, and they're going to beat Spain. But getting Ashworth in is great, Berarder's great, Wilcox is an interesting one, but if United somehow adds Vivell, even as a short-term basis, that's insane. Like, if United can land all that, because that's immediately improved structure. Especially the fact is we're now looking at bringing in 2 big moves in De Ligt and Ugarte, potentially Xerxes later on. Like, 3 big moves from the club, and they're going to be reasonable value for a change. Like, what the fuck has happened to my club? And that chilled in today's show that I'm wearing my new 3/4 length jean shorts. That's how happy I am with my new Marvel socks. So that's how good I am for this show. So let's digress. And whilst we're in the background, we'll keep tabs on Portugal versus Slovenia, or should we say Slovenia, the better team, versus the mid. So yeah, I don't think Portugal have been that good. And to be fair, after what I saw earlier on from the France game, they weren't particularly that good either, but I still think France will beat whoever gets through. They're going to semi-finals, which we all had anyway.
Oh, hands down, yeah. I can't think, well, yeah, the 3 of us actually, including Doug as well, added into it, all of us had France getting far. But aside from that, we are going to crack on with reviewing the group stage. So for a bit of context, obviously last week we got through Group A, we got through Group B, and we also got through the absolute ball fest that was Group C as well. Gotta be the most boring Euro group of all time. What was it? Serbia 2 points, Slovenia 3 points, Denmark 3 points, and boring old England on 5 points, somehow topping the group with that monstrosity. So we're gonna move down, and we're gonna start with Group D. Austria finishing top of the group, and absolutely fantastic Ralf Ragnick football, keeping France into that second position, dumping out Poland as one of the worst teams I've ever seen in the Euros, and the Dutch having to settle for third position. Reece, what's your thoughts on it?
I did say before the tournament started that I didn't rate the Dutch chances, and I had them finishing third. But I thought France would have won the group. But either way, I still had the top two teams going through like in the same third place position. But I've been very impressed again by Austria. I mean, they've only lost twice in 17 games, I think, which is similar to Switzerland's record. It's incredible. The magnitude of their performances since Rangnick took over has shown why they are worthy of the word underdog or dark horse for the tournament. But I actually think as well, and I'm quite relaxed on it, I think Austria are going to get the semi-finals.
Yeah.
I think they will beat Romania, even though I predicted Romania to win the group. I had that. I think Austria will beat them, and then I think you'll see Holland just make it in their game. I don't think they'll be great. I think they'll just make it against Turkey. No, actually, no, it's Austria, Turkey, sorry. Yeah, Austria will beat Turkey, and I think Holland will just beat Romania. And then I think Austria will beat Holland in the quarterfinals. And then Austria, I think, will get to the semis and they'll eventually lose. I think Switzerland are going to get to the semis. I think Switzerland will be in the final. I think it'll be a Germany-Switzerland final now, to be honest.
Yeah, I can completely see it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's... Where's the bracket gone? Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to get the bracket up for... where is it? There we go, 2024. And we should be back in business in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Yeah, it completely ignored me aside from that. But yeah, considering, as you just said, with the likes of Switzerland, etc., we've got Romania and Netherlands coming up tomorrow night, along with Austria and Turkey. So Austria and Netherlands going to fly through. That will, at the end of the day, not to be at, yeah.
I think the team is most likely to fly. I don't even think Romania will get beaten badly by Holland, because Romania were excellent in that group. And people said they hadn't got a chance. I think everyone bar me in this had everyone said Romania wouldn't even get through. I had Romania winning the group, and they did, because I just didn't rate Ukraine at all. I haven't got time for it, Ukraine.
I agree.
I think Slovakia were just, it was Slovakia. Yeah, I think Slovakia were decent enough to get through, and I don't rate Belgium at all. And Belgium were lucky to get through. So the exact order of the group is exactly what I had.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy with that either way. So that's what I wanted to see. The level of performance, though, from Austria is bad for Turkey. Turkey definitely have done better this tournament around, but the confidence of Austria right now is just as big. Because even though they've played really well, you still need luck, and I think Turkey might need luck to beat Austria if they want to make it. There's a good chance they could do it though, but I don't know. I think they're on a high. I think on that side though, on paper, England are the best team on that bracket, on paper. But on form and structural form as well, it's 100% Austria and Switzerland. I think that's the quarterfinal realistically you want. Obviously, fans of bigger teams would rather have Holland versus England as semi-finals. Whereas if you want to enjoy your football, you want two teams that are actually playing good football in the semis. So for me, I want Austria versus Switzerland. That's the two best teams right now on form in that bracket by a mile.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, when you look at it across the boards, like Netherlands, patchy and qualifying, questionable choices by Ronald Koeman coming into it, especially with tactics, where
absolutely
we mentioned it for the last 4 podcasts, obviously, about how poor the selection is, in particular the formation, and just underperformances in certain areas with that as well. Romania cannot be slept on. I could even very well. I don't want to be arrogant as well, but I'm going to touch on it before I do get to Romania. Turkey, sadly, I'm just going to write them off from here. I cannot see them having enough quality to edge that Austria side with the form and also the play style that Ragnick's put in.
Not unless Çalhanoğlu gets space with the ball and Arda Güler can make some magic. Apart from that, I don't think they've got anyone else to do the business. I agree.
No, sadly not. It's a case of quality at the end of the day, and unfortunately, there's not going to be enough goal coming from the group stage. But back to Romania, the thing is, they've got the quality on paper, and they're also playing the football as well. And if they get it right on the day, get a Hadji goal, etc., they could very easily dispatch this Dutch side and setting up a tie, Romania or Austria, coming into the quarterfinal. That's tasty, that.
It is. I don't think, on the overall basis, I don't think the chances of Romania to win comfortably happen, but they can definitely make it work out against Holland. I think Holland's problem is a clear lack of identity. I mean, they've been through some great coaches, but Holland used to have a style of play that was enjoyable and successful. Now it's just any means necessary, and it's not entertaining anymore from the Dutch. Like, it's really poor, and I don't think they have the capability to win anything again. I don't think Holland will win another international tournament. I think the Euro '88 is the only international tournament they'll ever win. I don't think they'll win a World Cup. I don't think they'll ever win another Euros. This is it for them.
Yeah, I can also see that happening, because at the end of the day, especially it seems that ever since that World Cup final in 2010, where they pretty much, aside from Spain, who just ticky-tacked everyone with all the 1-0 victories, I just felt like after that, that was the point in time where they abandoned everything. They went on to these short-term sort of plaster coaches, where you have Ronald Koeman, who comes in twice and just sorts of put the plasters on everywhere, just playing his sort of safe style of play that sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Obviously, a respected centre back for the Dutch as well, so someone that obviously the fans are going to get behind, and also the players are going to respect as well. But ultimately, he just doesn't have that cutting edge of the style that the Netherlands are recognised for, that he can really excel them with. And I just think it's weird. It is very weird, and it's what's making them so negative, because in particular with some of the players that they've got coming through, Xavi Simon, they should be like quarters, semi-final merchants, and even like looking at the Ajax finals, etc. All of their youth systems that always seem to be churning out time after time all these ridiculous youngsters. And I know within the next, you could say 5 years, just in particular with the Ajax youth system, looking at some of their players coming through. I mean, just have a look at it. Go on YouTube, see some of the highlights. They're looking special. That's
a cynical foul on Rafael Leao.
Yeah, just seeing it come on now.
It's a free kick outside the box as well. That's a bad foul from Vanja Drucic.
Are we seeing a little bit of the dark arts from Slovenia there, or a bit of desperation?
It's just a very cynical foul. Leao's through as well. Really bad foul. You don't want Leao running at you anyway.
No, you don't. I mean, he had no choice but to foul there, but could you maybe argue that was a denial of goal scoring opportunity?
Potentially, based on the angle.
Yeah.
Certainly could. Actually, now you mention it as well, weird that he's actually started Polina in this game as well. I'm surprised he's in a good way. I'm surprised he's done that. I'm looking at it, and it doesn't look like Ronaldo's taking it.
It's probably a good thing, to be fair.
Oh wait, no, there he is. He's behind the ball. He's ready to shoot. I think they're actually making a case that maybe he doesn't need to shoot. Like Diaz is saying, maybe he can do something different.
What would probably be the best for him is to roll it on to Bernardo Silva, sort of overlaps through and then shoots. Sort of trick him into it, because at the end of the day, no disrespect to Slovenia, obviously, but some of these set piece drills, like we see with what on earth is Ronaldo shouting at? Anyway,
I think he's trying to motivate himself. He needs to get a dip on the ball.
Yeah,
he scored some great free kicks, but his accuracy in recent years went down. Oh, that was a
It's unlucky.
It was better. It just not where they wanted it to go.
Ideally, the sweet spot for him was that left-hand side. There we go.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would have gone straight for like the other side. I don't know why he's gone for Oblak's left. I would have gone for the big massive gap in that corner.
Look at it, huge.
Is he just trying to beat up? It is close. Though.
Oh,
Like it's very close. It's only like a few millimeters. I think what he's trying. I think he's what he tries to prove is I can beat you at your strongest side. But I would have went for the other side. I'd be like, well, he's gave me a massive gap here. I would have said maybe Bernardo Silva as an in-swinger or Bruno Fernandes might have been a better choice there.
Yeah, considering the way that Bruno Fernandes has been playing. Here we go.
What a backheel pass by Ronaldo there. That was beautiful.
Oh, that was filthy.
That was lovely by the two of them. Really
That's
good.
So unlucky corner ball.
Ronaldo's taking it as well by the looks of it. Well, he was going to. He's running away from it now. That was good play there by Portugal. Ronaldo just first time.
Oh, I've just seen it again. That back heel.
Who's taking it? Is it João Felix? No, it's Vitinha. He's been alright actually.
Yeah, he's had a good tournament to be fair.
I think Ruben Neves not playing in this team has hindered them a little bit. Even though he plays in the he needs to get away from the Saudi league.
At the end of the day, what is he, like 25, 26? I know Wolves got the big payday from him, but I mean,
he should have went to a club like United or something.
Oh,
we can still play top level football.
Yeah, because the thing is, he's ready for like a top 6 level club, or even somewhere like Bayern in the Bundesliga or something.
Yeah,
but I mean, just what a waste.
I was hoping that United would have signed him, even though we're going to go after Ugarte now. Like I still wanted a midfielder in there, and it would have been great to have that extra depth, but it's still let down. But where were we?
So we were just touching on really Romania, Netherlands, and who was going to finish through there. But so pretty well, we've got first game undecided, and we're looking at if we consider it on paper, it's going to be Austria against Netherlands. Yes. And then we've got obviously England, Switzerland below it. So realistically, with the way that we've seen England play in, and in fact, should we get onto the frauds right now?
Yeah.
What a poor performance, Reece. I'm going to let you go first.
Well, France.
You know what? Should we toss a coin and
go on then?
Go on. Right. Okay, so as tails always wins, that means we're not going to give it to England. It's heads. We're going to give it to England.
Another yellow card for Slovenia as well. And it's another foul. Oh, it's handball as well. I thought. To be fair, it's just a flick of the thigh, and Leal's just brilliant. He's actually slapped the ball.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That is a definite yellow.
I would have red. I know it sounds harsh because it's like that thing, but I would have given him a red. He slapped the ball.
Considering where he was on the pitch as well, I can see a grounds for it.
Mm-hmm. People will probably say I'm being too harsh, but no, he slapped the ball. Ronaldo's actually going to shoot again.
Did you see there was a...
I know he's done this before again.
Free kick, you always have Vitinha, you always have Bernardo Silva, you always have Cristiano.
But
every single one's debating it.
He scored from this angle before against Stoke years ago, but this is not a shooting angle. Oh, referee's like, the fuck are you playing at?
Unless you're Toni Kroos.
Oh yeah, that goal against Sweden. Ronaldo's actually went, I was chancing it. So he cannot score from there.
Like Toni Kroos done.
Yeah, this is not as sort of an angle as when he done against Stoke. He can't score from here.
Oh, that was awful.
He's actually tried it. This is where like a Bernardo Silva should have just been crossing it in. Like this is a poor judgment decision by the Portugal captain.
At the end of the day as well, why is Roberto Martinez making it happen? He should be tactically astute and not let these egos take over him. I mean, we've seen it time and time before with him. Like,
I know.
It's just a waste, really. And that's Slovenia on the break.
Clean break. That's what we said would happen.
How open it is, though. Ooh, corner ball.
He mistimed his run there. Good defending by Nuno Mendes, though.
At least he stopped diving.
Yeah.
I mean, look
Nuno
at
Mendes.
he was onside.
It's a Nuno Mendes back pass as well, and Pepe gets caught. But he does make up for it. Like, he does make up for it. I'll give him that, which is nice. Slovenia corner. We'll resume conversation in just a moment, folks, where we have to discuss England. Unfortunately, we do apologise, but we have to because there's certainly some discussions tonight that need to be had. Oh, is that Sorlot? Is Sorlot Slovenian?
Don't know.
Because I know they've got Šeško as well. Is Alexander Sorlot Slovenian? If he's Slovenian, then they've got two dangerous strikers. I'm checking. If he is, if Sorlot is Slovenian, oh Christ, Portugal are in trouble. If he is Sorlot, oh he's Norwegian. It's because he looked like him. Like that guy literally looked like Sorlot.
He did, to be fair.
I was like, mate, Slovenia's got the doppelganger.
Imagine those go front. Oh, linking with Sesko. Oh my god.
Oh, what a pass! But
Broken.
All Black right there to get it.
Is offside? Yeah.
Anyway, England. Oh boy. I think we can safely say, in the nicest way, the scoreline did read England 2, Slovakia 1. But in no right frame of mind did England deserve to go through. Now, obviously, their fans are going to go, but all the smaller island nations are crying their tears out and they're unhappy that we're going through. No, we expected you to pump Slovakia. Like, we were expecting you to finally turn up and pump them. But they didn't register a shot on goal for 90 freaking minutes until Bellingham scored. And bear in mind as well, there's fans that are actually calling out for Bellingham to win the Ballon d'Or because of that overhead kick. It's not even better than Garnacho's.
All I will keep saying, 2 words every time I hear that, and also all of the It's Coming Home from the It's Coming Home merchants who have absolutely no substance with what they say. English arrogance. Simple.
Lots of it. Yep.
It's just ridiculous.
Now, there's a lot in that game that's wrong. Obviously, I missed the first 25 minutes because I was doing real people stuff. I was shopping. Hence the upgrades, ladies and gentlemen. But he generally looks like Sorlot. He generally looks like Sorlot. But I did miss the goal, but then I seen the highlight. First of all, Kyle Walker's defending. Sloppy. Really poor there. Jordan Pickford's position as well. He leaves it. Similar to the Denmark game where Schmeichel leaves it for the Musiala goal. Too little, too late. Beaten by a lovely finish. The England failing to register a shot on goal, shot on target for that length of time is ridiculously bad. The manner of performance isn't worth celebrating, and yet they celebrate like they won the European Championships. The fact that they made the change they need to make very little too late, but still were fortunate that they had the 6 minutes added on. But the worst thing about that England performance yesterday is even when they still went 2-1 up, they went back in that defensive retreat thing. And I'm like, why would you still allow Slovakia the chance to still come onto you when they've already shown they can score against you from open play? Like, it makes no sense. Go and get a third goal and kill them off, but they didn't. They went back into retreat mode. But it's just the fact is that they're lucky that was Slovakia because they've got one of the hardest teams next, and I don't rate their chances. I had England to get to the quarterfinals. Now they're going to get beaten by a team who deserve to be in the quarterfinals in Switzerland. And Gary Neville said something that's completely accurate and true. You've got players who aren't performing well with no player positions correct versus a team that's consistently accurate for player positioning and performance and good structure and good coaching that look ready to go. Like, you can see the difference. They're about to play a genuine tournament team. they are in trouble. Like, they are in genuine trouble. If they don't have a good performance, lucky from Chesko to even get space there, but he should have came in a few more yards. The manner of performance they need to have against Switzerland needs to be 200% better than the performance they had yesterday. You can't have that this weekend, especially when you've got the two best teams in the tournament playing each other on Friday night. They need to have a serious wake-up call, and I'm not sure if they're going to get it unless Switzerland score first. But if Switzerland score first, I don't think England will recover.
For me, with the way that Switzerland... Like, let's take that German game, for example. When Switzerland got that early goal, that was it for most of the game. They just pretty much locked down that entire pitch. And they just know it with England with sloppy, sluggish, slow... Could you say unambitious?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit unambitious sort of Gareth Southgate tactics. Because the one thing I've noticed if something's not working, he'll push for it harder. Like, for example, why have we seen the same system when it's proven many a time to A, not score enough goals, B, very costly with mistakes at the back, and also C, when it's completely worked out, there is just no plan B. It's sort of like do plan A, but even worse, or just keep the ball and just have no substance with it. Sort of like Russell Martin on steroids football. And it's horrid to watch. And at the end of the day, like, even with the system, Phil Foden's been having some absolutely shocking performances. I don't care that he scored. I don't care at all that he scored last night. He has been consistently poor throughout this entire tournament, and Southgate has not decided to switch it up. We've already seen the partnership with Bellingham doesn't work. Who's been playing the better football? Jude Bellingham. You keep him in the position, you adapt with Phil Foden. Also saying that as well, why isn't Cole Palmer getting even more minutes?
Don't know.
I mean, Saka's been okay, but who's been proven to be better? It's not an Arsenal or Chelsea discussion here. It's about who's being best for you guys and who's going to elevate the national team. And you even have the likes of Jared Bowen having a shout.
Eberechieze was more dangerous when he came on as well, if you look at it.
He was.
Like, he was taking players on. Tell you another thing as well, the fact that they kept Harry Kane on but still brought in Ivan Toney. Like, they brought in Ivan Toney, who wasn't happy about the amount of time he got to play in the end. But there needs to be a conversation about Harry Kane. Like, I would love to know why people think Harry Kane's a world-class striker. Like, I want to hear people actually convince me that he's a world-class striker, because I've said for years on this podcast, he is not world-class. He's a world-class finisher, but he's not a world-class player. A world-class player changes these games properly. He didn't change the game. He just got a lucky header.
At the end of the day, with Harry Kane, the thing you've got to remember with him as well is unless you've got a team that is built around him and is able to give him service, he is absolutely useless. I'm sorry, but he is. Because what player, when he's at Tottenham, when Tottenham are, oh my God, it's just, what a save.
No, that was lucky from lucky from Oblak on Paulinho there. But I still like...
Yeah,
it has to be, if you're going to play two strikers, Watkins with Ivan Toney's fine. Harry Kane just isn't doing enough for me anyway. He's lethargic in play.
Absolutely, because another example with Harry Kane, with what we've been saying for years, is when Tottenham have been on a bad day at the rest of the pitch, Harry Kane's on a bad day, he struggles to bail them out, unlike other world-class players, which you can put into that picture.
Exactly.
He's flopped at Leicester, he's flopped at Millwall, he's flopped at Norwich. Good team built around him at Tottenham, good bit of finishing, able to score goals. Same goes when he goes to Bayern Munich. They claim he's world class, but look at what you have feeding him. Able to score goals. Does it translate into trophies? No. Does it translate into Ballon d'Ors? Nowhere near. And another factor is, a lot of deluded Tottenham fans I've seen, and a lot of deluded England fans at the moment, have said that he is a better all-round striker and will have a more successful career than the man that is currently on the screen on the BBC right now. And I think that is absolutely outrageous.
Yeah, 100%. Like for me right now, like England's best team is either Bellingham as our false 9 or Bellingham in an 8 role with Foden ahead of him and Watkins as a striker.
Yeah.
I don't see anything. If England want to win tournaments, Harry Kane needs to stop being selected for England. Plain and simple. If England want to win a tournament, don't take Harry Kane. Because Harry Kane's not going to win you. And if England, by the way, have Graham Potter as the manager, for example, in 2026, they will be a better team, coach-wise.
I guarantee you now as well, jumping in there, Graham Potter will bin Harry Kane. Because he is not a Graham Potter striker.
Nah.
He'll be playing. I don't know how he'll take it, but
I think he'll go from. I think he'll either play the back 4 he played at Chelsea, or he'll play a back 3. But he'll play with wingers at least. He'll play a back 3 system.
Yeah.
You could see 2 10s in that England team. If I was him, smartly, I would play. I'm not saying it's unambitious to play like Palace, but the 3-4-2-1 that Palace use is almost identical to what, funnily enough, Switzerland use, where they play very like they don't play like a low block like midfield 4. They play like high up at the field. Gives you enough room between the centre backs and the midfield, but the 2 wing backs are basically playing as 2 midfielders, and you've got 2 10s behind the striker. Theoretically, England need to get away from wingers. It's not saying their winger options are bad. It's not. Their wingers are good. But those wingers they're playing at the moment, the likes of Foden plays in a wing system position, but he plays as a 10. Put him in a wide 10 role with the likes of Eze or even Marcus Rashford can be used in that way as a second striker. Or play Harry Kane. If he wants to keep Harry Kane in the team, play Harry Kane as one of the 2 10s. Like, if anything, it lets Harry Kane get in behind the striker who drops in deep, who's got the recovery pace. Because Harry Kane, if he wants to stay in this England team, he needs to play as a number 10 now, whether it be as 1 or 2, because it doesn't work. And I think as well, England either miss the versatility and the work rate of Mason Mount, or they miss the work rate and the creative ability of James Maddison, because not many's created enough. I don't think the midfield is working. I think Declan Rice has been shite the whole tournament.
Yeah, he's not been good.
I think another thing as well is I would make use of Stones going forward. He's not been able to go forward once. Put him in a position to go forward.
How about with John Stones? Because you mentioned the back 3 earlier. Why don't you play him in the middle of a back 3 and sort of give him more of a libero or a sort of a defensive midfielder role? And really use him as sort of that man in the middle where he's really good on the ball. He can get it forwards. And in general, just running that centre back line. But
it works.
It will work. And leading on from Graham Potter, say for example, Harry Kane gets binned. Would you take the England captaincy off him? And more importantly, who would you say should be England captain?
I would 100% take it off him. Yeah, he's more interested in goals. We've seen it before. When they played France, he was more gunning for that second penalty because he wanted to break that record more than anything. That's not a team leader for me. That's just somebody who's infested for goals. I only think England need to take 2 strikers to a tournament. They only need Ivan Toney and Ollie Watkins. Or if they're going to take another one, take maybe, I don't know, Callum Wilson if he stays fit. But theoretically, they only need 2 strikers.
Yeah.
I would say the England captain, if I was to name an England captain, I would give it to... I think even though he's had a shit tournament, I think Declan Rice is still a smart option in the centre of midfield. Or I'd give it to John Stones. I know a lot of people don't like captains as goalkeepers, but Jordan Pickford is arguably England's best goalkeeper they've ever had. Not the best ever, but he's arguably the best. And
I'd say he's the best in the 21st century for me.
I agree. He's never put a foot wrong for it. He's never put a foot wrong for England. I actually think another fair shout for England captain, to be fair, if he gets back in the team, is maybe Harry Maguire. Because he's never put a foot wrong for them either. If you think about it, he's always been consistently one of their best performers. But I think John Stones or Declan Rice might be the best choice. When I look who else you could give it to.
Another interesting
I'm
one
not
for me
sure.
would be Carl Walker, but I think personally for me, he only has one tournament left in him.
I think this is his last tournament.
Really?
I think the smartest thing for England, World Cup 2026, you start feeding out Trippier and you start feeding out Kyle Walker, and I also think they need to stop selecting Luke Shaw
Yeah.
because he can't prove fit. I think they should go for the free. Actually, I think England can get away with something else. I think England don't need to take fullbacks altogether to the next tournament. I think they can still play a back three, but play the back three with the two holding midfielders in front, and you can play that weirdo system that, funnily enough, Pep did use to win the league with. 2 10s, two white attackers, one holding midfielder beside a box-to-box player, a back three that can play the ball, a competent goalkeeper that's good in defence but also capable of building for the back, and a striker. I think England can get away with that free. I think England could theoretically win a tournament with a 3-2-4-1.
I think so.
And because they don't need fullbacks. If they want to progress the ball, they can just overload wide positions with a midfield. Like, they'd have 5 in midfield by playing that dominant system, and all you've got is a striker that can feed play, and a back three that's got pace but good with the ball and can build up from the back. I'd say now's a good chance for England to build a back three that's around Mark Guehi, Jared Bramthwaite, and maybe for Kyle Tomori if he gets back in the team. That's a back three for years.
100% have to agree with that.
And I'd say Declan Rice or Kobe Mainoo beside John Stones.
Because at the end of the day, another thing, because I completely forgot about that as well, Kobe Mainoo is the future for that midfield.
I think at some point he will probably wear that England armband as well.
I can see
it. I think he'll be Man United captain within the next 5 years.
Or I could, to be honest, as much as I can see him being captain, I just know it's going to go to Bellingham within the next few.
Probably, and it wouldn't be a bad shout. That 3-2-1 I was thinking about for England, if you look at it theoretically,
yeah,
either Stones is right centre, is either Stones in midfield or Stones is one. Actually, no, I'll put Stones at centre back because they're not going to play. This is not North Fence. This is afterwards, but it's potential. I would say Pickford in goal. Say Stones is in defence. Pickford in goal. Fikayo Tomori right sided centre back. Jared Bramthwaite left sided centre back. John Stones in the central role. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll go Declan Rice playing as the 6, like as a defensive midfield option. Kobe Mainoo is allowed to express himself as a box to box. I would play.
I'd probably then play Bellingham alongside him.
I'm gonna get a little bit in a minute. So I would play the 2. So I would still play Rice. I would still play Reece YT as the midfield.
Okay.
Bukayo Saka on the right hand side. I would then play in that right attacking midfield role. I would play Bellingham. The left attacking midfield role, I'm playing Phil Foden. And then on the left wing, I'm probably going to play Marcus Rashford. Because I think if you've got 2 10s in that sort of system, you need 2 wide players. So I would have Marcus Rashford there. And then up front, fuck Harry Kane, I'm playing Ollie Watkins.
It's fair enough.
As much as I hate England in that way, I've probably just gave England the formula to win a tournament.
I mean, at the end of the day,
that happens though.
I mean, at the end of the day, if a certain someone can't see it, then really should he be manager? And that sort of leads on to my next question, because he's come under a lot of scrutiny. It is.
It is that new meta of that coaching style to play like a formula version of a free at the back system. Not gonna lie, I'd like Scotland to try to be fucking hilarious, but a 3-2-4-1
is trying to play in that back three.
Oh, he wouldn't even get in that defence. He'd be kicked in the head. But it means you can get Ferguson in either position. But it's just the manner of it where you can have theoretical that I would actually like to see. Weirdly enough, I think Germany would rule with 3-2-4-1 as well. It's mad. They would cook with that system as well. But they've got some good fullbacks at the minute. Yeah, it's close. I mentioned it at the very start. Yeah, Hulo, you need to come on and join us, man, because we need to get your opinions on what we're going to talk next, and that's France. But So you've got my version of the 3-2-4-1 if it was England. What would you do? If it was the same system, for example, who would you pick?
If it was the same system, I'd probably go for the same, but I don't know why.
Would you put Stones in midfield? Because I was tempted to put Stones in midfield and drop Declan Rice and put Mark Guehi at centre back. I was tempted.
You know what? That's what I was actually. So I was going to go exactly the same as you, but I was going to drop Fikayo Tomori just because, as much I know how much you like him playing in Serie A.
He never gets in.
I know. I do not rate him, sadly. So for me, and
That's fair.
And for me as well, Mark Guehi, and this is putting rivalry aside, obviously, for who he used to play for, but I genuinely think he has been one of England's best players this tournament.
Oh, he's been England's best player by a mile.
Absolutely.
There's no debate. He's been England's best player.
So in that case, then I definitely stick with Pickford in goal.
Yeah, he's never put a foot wrong for them.
100%. Then I go Mark Guehi on the right.
Fair enough.
Branthwaite on the left.
Natural left footer.
Straight in the middle, I would go John Stones, but I'd push him up a lot more. So when it's attacking, it's the back two. When you're defending, straight into a back three in a line.
Yeah, 100%.
Nice, easy tactics. And then you'll have the full-backs, who we'll get to in a moment, overlapping, but also adding the cover to not get overloaded on the wing.
Yeah.
Then in the midfield two, or would I play a one?
You know what's weird as well? I can see a case at some point for Conor Gallagher being a mainstay in the England team.
I can, but I think he's a fraud.
You're not wrong. You could see, weirdly enough, down the line, a weird midfield of the two holding players. Kobe Mainoo and Adam Wharton at some stage could happen.
At the end of the day, that's another thing that we've forgotten. Adam Wharton's only 19.
And that's balance. You've got a right footer and a left footer covering the defence as well.
It is tricky.
I'm one of those. I like the balance of a left footer beside the right footer. I'm weird for that. I like the perfect balance.
You know what?
Because it's all the way across. The only thing that changes is like the inverting of it. So like, if you had done Adam Wharton beside Kobe Mainoo, the only thing that's inverted is Rashford and Saka.
Yeah.
But then the two tens are on the natural side. Bellingham's on his right foot, favourable side. He can drift across if he wanted to. Foden can drift across from his left foot on his right. You've got the blend all across to interchange. And then Watkins is just sitting there going, beer anyone? Must. But if England want to win tournaments, Watkins has got to be their striker because Harry Kane will not win you anything.
Are we calling it now as well? With that analogy that this is aside, well, maybe this, or it's most likely going to be 2026, Harry Kane's last major breakout tournament, or sort of last tournament with significance before he gets dropped and gets the Rooney treatment.
I'd say so. Like, if whoever the next England manager is needs to give some harsh truths to Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Yes, you get goals, but you're also a liability. Like, Lucas as well, he's done the exact same as what he did at Euro 2021, where he went so long without scoring a goal and given any sort of contribution. Now he does it in the first round of the knockouts. Like, you can't trust this guy. I don't rate Harry Kane. I know a lot of people do. I don't, and I've never rated him. Well, to be fair, Maisie,
just because they're shambolic.
Exactly, shambolic. But in fairness, we have to discuss your shitty game.
Absolutely. And in fact, we're also going to get onto your manager as well.
To be fair, we just praised England. We just praised England's style that I could potentially have given them. But now we have to torture the fact that yous were fucking lucky.
Absolutely.
I mean, don't worry, we're going to torture France twice. Because France were shit in the groups, and then we're going to torture France in the last 16 game that was awful. Mind you, it's Belgium. We can all praise Belgium or going home.
Absolutely. Awful side. But just very quick one on Southgate. Is he sacked at the end of the tournament?
Yeah. 100%.
Just looking at Sky Bet now. So this is the current odds for the next England manager. So Graham Potter's favourite at 5-4. Which is fairly up there. Then we've got a few bizarre ones. Mauricio Pochettino, obviously jobless at the moment. That's not going to happen.
Won't happen.
And then this is where Sky get extremely deluded. So,
Let me guess. One of them's Pep Guardiola.
yes.
Not going to happen. Let me
You
guess.
probably-
Another one. I'll guess another two. Just tell me if I'm right or wrong. Carlo Ancelotti, Jose Mourinho.
No.
Okay, I'm shocked.
So I'm going to read them in order down from Pochettino. Eddie Howe. Can't see that happening, sadly. Literally just because of what he's got in Newcastle.
Still a good shout, though.
But he's a good shout.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll need some massive compensation package for them. Then we've
Tactically
got...
flexible.
It's another thing as well. Then we've got Lee Carsley.
He's also a favourite for the Scotland job as well.
Yeah.
He's on the list. He's on the list for the Scotland job as well.
That's going to be 50-50 because I imagine England or the FA are going to want a big name next.
Is he
And then
good though?
This
he
is
good?
where
I don't know.
This is where it gets ludicrous. So we got Pep Guardiola, Gary O'Neill, Michael Carrick, Steven Gerrard, Thomas Tuchel, and your favourite Celtic manager, Brenda.
So we've got shite,
Yep.
shock, shite, not going to happen, awful, worst manager in Scotland.
Absolutely. And not a Northern Irish as
Wow.
well to add into there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Bearing in
Okay.
mind, on the same
Okay.
odds as well as Brendan Rodgers, you also have Emma Hayes, who's actually a good manager,
Never going to get the job.
but will never get the job. You also have Kieran McKenna, who's already said no to 1 million offers from Ipswich. And then you've also got another failed manager in Wayne Rowney.
Lol. Well, I can tell you who
Massive
will not
lol.
get... Gerard is not going to get the job.
Mhm.
Michael Carrick, I'm sorry, isn't good enough to get the job yet.
Yeah.
He's a decent manager, but no. Wayne Rooney, hell no. That's an awful call. Even though he's just taken the Plymouth job, it would make no sense. Gary O'Neill is awful. Like, he is wank. Lee Carsley, younger setup, but that's similar to the England job. You're basically just repeating the Southgate in a way. Tuchel won't happen. Because England fans will not want to be coached by a German. Let's be real. I'd be surprised if they'd be happy with an Argentinian managing them, considering 86 is still living in their heads, and 98. So I'd be quite surprised. Brendan Rodgers, a Welshman, managing them would be interesting. Eddie Howe,
Irish.
is he one of the... I don't care where he's from.
Yeah,
he's
he's
still shite.
Northern Irish.
He's still shite anyway.
He is.
It doesn't have to be. No, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. But that seems to be what the whole FA wants, is they want someone who's English. And to be fair, I've heard a lot of pundits, to be fair, say it should be an English manager for that team. I've heard a lot of pundits say that, and I can name a few.
Do you think that's a lot to do with the move away, especially from the days of Fabio Capello?
Yeah, but they should never got rid of Fabio Capello anyway.
Exactly.
He wasn't even doing that bad. I mean, to be fair, that England team that went to the World Cup in 2010 was never going to do anything.
And not only that as well, actually defending them, which I feel sick in saying, they were robbed partially. And even though they got battered by the Germans,
which was going to happen anyway.
Would have it been different?
To be fair, I still watch the build-up commentary to that England-Germany game in 2010 because all you hear is Alan Hansen saying Germany aren't good enough. When that was a complete lie. And you've got him and Lee Dixon saying this German team can be got at. They were the joint best team in the tournament. Delusion strikes Finn with that lot. But I think, for me, the definite favourite is obviously Graham Potter. I think Pochettino would be a smart call, realistically, but I want to see England be ambitious with their next managerial appointment. So I think, weirdly enough, there is one manager that England can go for, and I don't personally want to see it, But there is a manager that can take that job, and England would generally be one of the most scariest teams to watch. And if you catch my drift there, you might have a feeling who I'm talking about. We'll see if Maisie or Julio gets who I'm talking about. Because I mentioned scary there. There's only one manager that plays football that scares the shit out of me. I wonder if anyone will get who I've said. I don't think you will.
I don't think I will. But I have a feeling that Julio's mentioned it.
It's not Ancelotti. But he is one of the best coaches, though, that I'm thinking of.
I reckon it's Thomas Tuchel.
Nope. And it's not him, Julio, but that's a great mention. It's not him.
Shout. I don't know.
Similar to Zidane, this manager I'm thinking of is not in a job. He is definitely going to France, or he's definitely going to France, and he's also going to Juventus. He's doing both. This guy isn't in a job. No, it's not Allegri.
I was tempted to say him just with your love affair with him, though.
I love Allegri, but it's not Allegri.
I think I might know who it is. Is he German?
He might be.
I think I know who it is. Private chat.
I don't think Zidane's overrated. It's an interesting, because if anything, he did win with and without Ronaldo. He actually did prove himself. It's a good question, Maze. I don't know. Maybe timing. I mean, he hasn't been in a job for 3 years, though, Zidane. He was heavy on that. He did say if he went back to Italy, he did say he wants to go back to Italy and coach. He does want to go back to Juventus. It's a question of when he does it. To be fair, Nathan has got it. The manager that I was thinking of for England a few years down the line, which would be crazy but possible, I did have Jurgen Klopp in mind.
I mean, at the end of the day with Klopp, the way he transformed that Liverpool side, and I know it's obviously not the same as club football, but when you have the tools to work with, and the fact that I can see very similar play styles, and now I can see where you're coming from, Reece, but
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I don't either, because calling it now, if that ever happens,
England win everything.
They win everything forever.
Yeah, England would win literally the Euros and the World Cup back to back. It's not even I'm not saying that as a make it happen. I'm being genuinely serious. If England gave the job to Jurgen Klopp, World Cup 2026, they would win it. Euro 2028, they would win it. It's not even a sense of because he'd be tired or whatever. He would literally be going, he loves football that much. He's the best motivator in football. He would rule it. Ancelotti and Zidane would be good in international football. Thomas Tuchel as well, because he's a knockout specialist. It's the best for it. See the way he's going right now, because he's struggling with club football. Ten Hag would be good for international football.
I'd love to see him in the Netherlands job.
He is doing better with knockout competitions than he is with league formats. I think he would do better internationally as well. Yeah, in the first team that Zidane had was literally so many of the top players, but with his second team, he literally built around tactical stuff, which is wild. I think it just depends on what he would do, but I hope he's back in management soon.
Oh, I hope so as well. And
the game's better when Zidane's in it. The game's better when Zidane's in it.
I mean, that's the reason he had to come back to Real Madrid. And it made it better. And the way he just steps into his first managerial role, coaches the Galacticos to 3 straight Champions League wins.
Just
No other
look at
manager does that.
he won his 7th trophy before he even had 7 losses. Like, who does that? Yeah, he did, Julio.
Incredible.
Like, he's an incredible win rate for a manager.
Mhm.
I don't know if United were looking at him. I don't know. I'm not going to say we were. If we ended up doing it though, then great. It's crazy he's been out of football for 3 years as a manager. Like, there's some managers that have taken that length of time out and they've come back and they've struggled. I wonder if he would struggle if he came back. I'd love to hope not, because he's the greatest player I've ever seen, apart from the Brazilian Ronaldo. Like, in terms of like pure brilliance on a field, he's the best I've ever seen. And I loved watching his Real Madrid teams, but I don't know what he'd be like if he came back now. He certainly have to prove himself in a way. I think we are going to come on another team soon who definitely need to be slaughtered, and that's the Italians.
Oh my god, yeah.
I want to to be fair, I want to slaughter Luca more than anything else than the Italian team. I want to slaughter Luca, but
I mean, as well. Want to squeeze in one more topic there as well, Reece, and I want to open it up to the panel a little bit.
Go for it.
The Wales manager situation is now down to 2 names: Thierry Henry or Craig Bellamy. Who's going to end up getting the job?
Craig Bellamy.
To be honest, I think it's going to be Henry. And bearing in mind, we did break it on this podcast first before the media.
57 minutes into the Portugal game, by the way. I've just restarted it now.
Going to penalties, that.
I thought the France game was going to penalties. I had it saying going to penalties, but then obviously Vertonghen ruined it. But Henry or Bellamy, I think it would seem they'd probably go Bellamy just because of the Welsh heritage, but ambition is Henry. I don't know how it would fare out. I don't know.
It is very interesting, but just with historical things, with like considering Bellamy's about to get his actual first job in proper management in Burnley, because he's literally just signed as the Burnley manager. I know it's interim, but they haven't got a new boss yet. I genuinely think it's going to be Henry, so that's that one there. But
it's almost as exciting as me saying I want either, like, for the laugh, I want either Rangnick or Klinsmann to get the Scotland job. It's not going to happen, but it was just the enjoyment of that. But
exactly.
Like same with Maisie's comment about the England manager doesn't have to be English. Like, I think it's time for the Scotland job to go away from a Scotsman, because it's not been fun in that way where you play good football and qualify and then you disappear and play really turgid defensive football. I did one of Maisie's comments, so I disagree with, when she said that the 2 best teams at the tournament have been Austria and Spain. Germany statistically have been the best team in the tournament. Spain second, then Austria.
And for me, it's not even been close with Germany. They have been like top dollar the whole thing.
I respect the opinion, of course.
I know it is in Germany, but
I just disagree in that way. Yeah, I mean, I think Spain have definitely kicked on. Austria have been incredible, but I think, like, all the way around, I think Germany have definitely been the best team in the tournament. And it's not pure me being biased here. Like, statistically, it backs me up as well. But Spain have been insane. Like, Austria are just outworking people. Switzerland have been interesting. Like, I've really liked watching them play. I've hated watching Portugal. I've been bored watching England and France. Belgium, I'm glad they're going home. The Italians have fucking disappointed me, but I'm not surprised. Who else? Turkey have been a little bit different. Romania, I'm just happy won the group more than anything else, so I can hold that over.
Romania have met expectations, to be fair.
Yeah, they've done well for me. They've proved that my faith in them has gone strong. My faith in Romania is what got Romania to win the group. In
fact, I've got a mini idea for this.
I don't rate the Dutch. I don't rate the Dutch. The Dutch can fuck off.
How about if we go through our winners and losers and we call out each side?
All right.
That's what I think we're leading to here.
Go for it.
Let's start at the top. Germany. Winners, realistically?
Yeah. They're my winners to win the tournament. The winners of this tournament will either be Germany or Spain, depending on that quarterfinal. That's your team that wins the tournament. Similar to the Champions League when it was Man City versus Real Madrid. The best two teams in the tournament will win the tournament overall.
100%. And it's drawn at the perfect time as well in the perfect bracket, saying that Leao ahead again. Or tomorrow. Oh, okay, that's a really good play by Portugal and wasted. What a surprise! Yeah. So, are you also going to say the same with Switzerland as well? Because I think they're massive winners, especially considering how most people had them finishing bottom.
Yeah, they're winners. Oh, what a lovely run by Šeško. Shoot.
Ooh,
oh, that was bad. That was bad. Yeah, Switzerland are definitely winners overall. Not the winners of the tournament, but they're definitely winners from the group stage in terms of their performances. They were excellent to watch the whole way through.
100%. Hungary and Scotland, are we, especially Hungary, we're saying losers, aren't we? Considering the hype coming into the tournament.
Finished with 4 points and they don't even get through. They were just generally poor. The only reason they beat Scotland is because of a lucky goal at the very end.
Yeah.
We were robbed of 2 opportunities ourselves. Forget I'm not even bothered about the Armstrong penalty situation. That wasn't one. We had 2 chances that came out afterwards that was confirmed by UEFA as well, but the Argentinian referee and VAR overlooked. But we didn't deserve to go through anyway. So Scotland and Hungary, both losers.
100%. Moving on to another Group B, Spain and Italy. Well, actually, let's start with Spain. So definite
big
winners, really big winners, impressive football. Yamal, welcome to international football pretty much. Just the way that he plays is fantastic. Incredible.
Second best young player tournament behind Musiala.
Completely agree there, bud. Italy,
losers.
Definite losers.
One tournament too early has proven me right, and the fact that Spalletti changed the system when he said before the tournament we're going to play the back 3. Instead he goes to a back 4, and it made the likes of DiMarco, who an incredible wing back for Inter Milan, plays as a natural left back, which he doesn't even do, and he looks completely out of shot. DiMarco was Di Lorenzo was often exposed too much and he couldn't keep up. Calafiore, good tournament. Obviously his suspension obviously contributed to the fact that Italy got knocked out because they looked lost without him. Darmian had a good tournament for them. Midfield, Barella looked weak throughout the tournament. They didn't look interested up front. They had nothing there for me. So, massively. Oh, that smoke there in the stadium. This will get delayed shortly because that's a lot of flares.
Yeah, is that flares or is that the rain? I can't tell.
It's flares. That's not rain. That's smoke. That's engulfed the stadium because they were chalking out from behind the goalkeeper.
Interesting tactic by Slovenia, but even with that, must be some smoke as well because I've been with the amount of games where I've been in flares as well, and normally it doesn't disrupt the vision as much as that. That must be.
I was at a European game with Rangers against Legia Warsaw, and the Legia Warsaw fans were setting off flares, and again the game was literally stopped for 10 minutes. Like it just stopped because the whole stadium was engulfed in smoke.
Yeah.
This could potentially lead to a stoppage. I think they're going to bring on a player number 21. I think that's Francesco Corconciao. I could be wrong. Who scored a really good goal as well in the last game. That is complete smoke.
Yeah, it's so grained out.
That's awful. That is awful. Who's next?
Anyway, next up, these are definitely going to be losers. I'm so glad I predicted this. Croatia.
One of the worst teams. Was Diogo Jota. Never mind. Not a good player. Croatia, 100% losers. They bottled the best chance of going through against Italy. They were in firm control and they bottled it. Not even a little bit of no sympathy for them.
At the end. Awful.
Yeah, I've got no sympathy for them at all.
Another interesting one, Albania.
Losers as well. Like and similar to Scotland in a way. Like even though they had a hard group, but they had similar to us as well, where they had that chance as well. They were 1-0 up against a team that they had a chance of potentially doing well against. When we were 1-0 up against Switzerland, we gave it away. They were 1-0 against Italy, gave it away. After that, they didn't have any other positives around them for results, which just is a shame. But they'll be at the World Cup, and they'll be at the World Cup in 2026, and I think they might do well at that tournament. I don't know if they'll get out the groups maybe, but I think they'll do well to get there again. And I think their fans will deserve it. So yeah, they're still losers from this group though.
100%. Next up, we have the group of Borden. Are we saying the lot of them minus Denmark? And maybe Denmark and Slovenia to be losers?
I'm going to go all round, and I'm going to say all 4 teams losers.
Yeah.
Because it was just a group that failed to convince all the way through. Actually, I'm going to go one further. There's only one winner from that group, and his name's Christian Eriksen. He was the best player from He was the best player from that group in terms of consistency and performance throughout. So yeah, Christian Eriksen's the winner. The rest of them were all losers. I like Rasmus Højlund though, and he didn't have a good tournament, and Hjulmand as well. I'll add him to the winners list actually. Hjulmand and Christian Eriksen are my winners actually.
Can we say with Hjulmand as well, what a goal that was against England? Off
Beautiful
the post,
goal.
Bang. Oh, what an
Beautiful
equaliser.
Actually, can we add, you know what, I'm being harsh. I'll add Mark Guehi and I'll add Jordan Pickford to the winners list as well, actually. I'll be nice.
Yeah.
Because they've had good tournaments.
Are we also saying as well, Group C is the worst Euros group of all time?
Yeah.
Because I think it is. It's just dead.
Like, that group could cure insomnia.
Oh, it could.
And I'd be thankful for it. But yeah, 100%. So Group D, oh God.
Austria definitely winners for me. By a mile.
Yeah.
Ralph Ragnick football. France are an interesting one. Like, not to top the group, are we saying that's poor? And considering when they beat Austria, it was an own goal. They drew with the Dutch. And then they drew with, well, in my personal opinion, one of the worst Poland teams I've ever seen. Which, technically, and I don't know whether that's me being arrogant, that would be a draw against Wales as well.
Yeah. France should have won that group 9 points out of 9 based on the entire quality of the squad, the experience, and the fact that they've been at 3 of the last 4 international tournament finals. Really bad performances from them throughout the group. The selections have been weird, and they've just not got going. Like, they've had another poor performance today as well.
Yeah.
Against Belgium, who are never rated on this podcast. We do not rate Belgium on this podcast. It's the common rule. They're just genuinely awful. Like, there's just no enjoyment to them at all. And again, they've won a group without even scoring a goal. That's how toothless they are up front. They're not even giving Griezmann the license to attack as well. Like, what on earth? Like, it's just really bad from the French, but again, their defensive solidity remains. I'm falling asleep talking about the French. That's how much the French bore me.
Oh, they are shocking. And Netherlands and Poland, are we both saying losers on that one?
Just equally shit. Just equally as shit, yeah.
Completely agree. Moving on to Group E. Romania, Slovakia winners. Belgium, Ukraine, massive losers.
Romania and Slovakia, 100%. Romania are the biggest of the lot, but massively. Ukraine failing to get out of that group is beautiful.
I called it all day. The amount of people I saw predicting them to finish third is ridiculous.
For me, it's all the stupid bringing politics into football and then making an arse of it when there's supposed to be a situation going on. Clearly not. The whole circumstance, I just can't stand it. I hate the fact that as well that the Ukrainian team and the Ukrainian players get in the tournament, but the Russians can't. Like, even though if there's political situations going on, if you're banning one country from playing, you have to ban the other because both of them are as bad as each other for what they've done for destruction. So I feel sorry in a way for Russia in that way, like the Russian players. I feel bad for the Ukrainian players, but it's outside that, it's the political side that's made it worse. They're not doing anything, the smoke's cleared, which is good.
Oh, that's much better, isn't it?
But
interesting take.
Overall basis, for me, if you ban Russia, you ban Ukraine.
Yeah,
I would have done the exact same. It's only fair. But even so, they didn't even turn up at the tournament. They didn't turn up at all.
And this
The
is
fact
what I keep saying as well. And I'm going to mention TalkSport as I always do, just with this nonsense saying that Wales should give them a free pass.
absolutely
Well,
not.
this was back in the Euros. A, absolutely not. And B, have you seen them play football? I mean, they are one of the most overrated national teams I've ever seen in my entire life.
They've got some good players, though. I'll give them
They've
that.
got good
They've got
players. They're just overrated.
Yeah.
Massively overrated.
Let's see if Ronaldo scores this free kick. He probably won't. He'll probably hit the wall.
Here we go. Way over.
He needs to stop taking free kicks. Like, he needs to stop. I can't remember the last time he scored one.
Nor can I.
Yeah. But
I mean, you know it's bad when it's been as consistently bad as this for the last, 10 years at free kicks? Like, who remembers seeing in Euro 2016?
Yeah, like he doesn't
Woeful.
score. He used to score frequently. Now he barely scores them anymore. He just scores now and again.
Yeah.
13 attempts, 5 corners compared to 3 attempts for Slovenia, 3 corners. That's just all round. Jeez, they should be done. It's ridiculous.
It's not clinical.
Yeah.
No one. Speaking about Portugal, straight on to Group F.
I only enjoyed certain things of that group. Like, by far the best group game of the tournament was Turkey versus Georgia.
Yep.
And Georgia with the biggest shot performance of the tournament when they smashed Portugal. But apart from that, it's another group that's just been, I don't know. I think the winners, honestly, I think the winner is Georgia.
They are for me as well. And even with how poor they were, they were so poor in qualifying. And not only that as well, they were odds on to finish bottom. I'm going to give Turkey winners as well for winning 2 games.
Yeah.
And even with a very good Georgia side, winning 3-1 convincingly as well.
And scored some of the goals of the tournament that you can think about.
Oh, that Gula goal. Oh my God.
Just that enjoyment. The Gula goal was nice. Some of the goals were really good.
By far, for me, it's match of the tournament so far. Fantastic. Oh, just over by Portugal there.
Yep.
Very unlucky cross. Was that by Bernardo?
It was.
Yeah. Interesting. And we say in Czech Republic finishing as massive losers as well.
They're shite and all.
Awful. Patrick Schick just didn't. Well, he scored a goal, but they just didn't turn up. Souček, I thought, was poor. Kufal was poor. In general. But yeah, that's that on that segment.
Yeah. We can do the knockout stage if you want, but there's not much there.
No, it's pretty much just the same, isn't it? Well, all the winners are just going to keep on winning, and then there are some woeful losers. But yes, going back to the Portugal game, this is definitely going to extra time now. Just not able to break him down.
Yeah. They're so awful. And we were saying in qualifying, they had an amazing record, but they didn't play anybody interesting. People think Roberto Martinez is doing good with his Portugal team. No, they aren't. They've been wank. And Maisie consistently said throughout how shite Portugal are. She's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We did that watch along for Portugal and we nearly fell asleep.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, the whole thing was just slandering Portugal.
I love slandering this Portugal team.
Yeah.
I absolutely love slandering them.
It's just so satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah, they should never have even won the Euros 2016. The whole third place get through roast needs to be scrapped.
Yeah.
Especially if lucky punks like them get through. That Diogo Jota is wank. How do people honestly rate him? He's so shit.
I mean, he was alright for Wolves, but ever since he went to Liverpool, he's been awful. Massively overrated, massively overhyped.
Yeah.
Oh, this is something I've just seen interesting. It relates to Manchester United, right?
Okay.
Manchester
Cool.
United may sell the naming rights to Old Trafford if
Oh,
A, they build a new stadium where they're not allowed to use Old Trafford, the name Old Trafford anymore, or B, if it undergoes a major renovation, there might be a sponsor name before or after Old Trafford.
yeah. First of all, Koikenchau's now come on. He's replaced Rafael Leao.
Hmm.
Second of all, I get that there's some stadiums that have done this. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't want to see any sponsorship name like that. Like, I don't want to see, like, for example, I don't want to see Amazon Old Trafford or Spotify Trafford and all that shit. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Especially because you got like New Camp now. It's called the Spotify New Camp or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's correct.
Like that's insulting. Like these are rich historic stadiums, and you're naming them after companies.
Hmm.
Like I don't even like, even though the Allianz Arena is a beautiful stadium, I don't even like that it's called the Allianz Arena. Like the Juventus Stadium is called the Allianz Stadium, but in other grounds it's called the Juventus Stadium. That's what it should be called.
It's like another example as well. That even though it was literally built on top of White Hart Lane,
Yeah,
Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, boring.
yeah. Just call it the new White Hart Lane or something. It's fine.
Yeah.
Or just call it White Hart Lane.
It's like with us as well, because I remember we were one of the new grounds going up. Bang, Cardiff City Stadium. We were all fuming.
I mean, I like the
Boring,
fact
lazy.
I like what not Liverpool. I like what Real Madrid have done with the Bernabeu.
Yeah.
They've completely remolded it and they've just stuck with the name. Like that's what it should be. Just stick with Old Trafford, but just make it better. I don't mind if a new stadium was built though, but the circumstance being like, if you need to spend on it, and also can Ratcliffe and all that just spend the money themselves? They're loaded. Don't ask for a loan from the government.
Hmm.
That's what pisses fans off. Oh, they're begging for it. Yeah, they might need to do business stuff, but if you're begging for it, it's going to come across in a way where people on social media are just going to act out and find they've not got any ambition. I know a lot of people are not happy with them right now about the women's team, saying, well, they should just focus on the men's team first because that's where the money comes from. But if that's the case, then why would you bother having the women's team in the first place if that's just your priority?
Yeah.
Like, you want culture diversity, then go for it.
It's a good point. Really good point.
There's just been announced for Amazon Prime. I mean, I got my 5-month limited subscription today because it's their anniversary. But there's actually, if you're a tennis fan, there's a Roger Federer documentary coming out on Prime.
Oh, interesting.
I will be watching that. The absolute GOAT. But yeah, the whole Old Trafford thing. Nah, don't sell the stadium naming rights. Please don't.
Mm-hmm.
Sell, like, I'm fine if they've done it in the bloody training ground. They've already done that with Aon Canyon Complex, but people call it Carrington. But don't do it to the stadium. That would be horrible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well said, bud. I think we've pretty much covered everything apart from that. Oh, actually, there's one thing we haven't done yet. There's a certain country we haven't slandered. And it involves a Mr. Zidane. Take it away, Reece. The French.
Oh, yeah. For me, in terms of tournament experience and wealth of talent, they've been an even bigger letdown than England. And I disagree with certain comments today that was made by like Gary Neville and Mendieta when they said that just because the French have won a tournament or they've been in recent finals, that they should be less critiqued as England. No. They are one of the best teams at the tournament. On paper, they deserve just as much criticism as England do because they've been absolutely shit. Again, they've scraped through. That's the third game where they haven't scored a goal that's their own. They're scraping by on other teams making mistakes. I'm at the stage now with France where France are probably likely to get to the semi-finals because their defence alone is incredibly strong. But they have to start scoring because if they don't, they ain't getting past anyone. on an all-round basis. Like if they play Portugal, for example, Portugal could get them. If they get to the semi-finals, I don't think they beat Spain or Germany. Depends on who makes it through.
The thing is, with sort of France's attacking naivety and just sort of their complete changed attitude of, like we saw it in the World Cup, they goal after goal after goal, really pushing for it, playing nice attacking football. Now they just seem a lot more contained and controlled. And I think the way that Deschamps has just taken it a bit too far with it is what's going to cost them. Unless he mixes it up, they're going to get absolutely battered by Germany or Spain because they're just going to overload them. They'll keep holding on to the ball. They're prone to a mistake in midfield. And there you go.
Yeah, and they've been like that recently a lot. Like they have made errors against bigger sides and been punished. Belgium aren't a big side, so we don't count them. But even today, though, they did actually give up chances to Belgium where De Bruyne should have scored. Like, those are chances where if that went in, it's game over at that point. Like, they are quite a... France in certain stages have been quite timid. Their counter plays haven't been good, which is something they're renowned for. Their defence is the only thing that's been consistently good throughout the whole tournament so far. Their defence has been so strong. But even the midfield, like they're playing a diamond midfield, but you're not even giving Griezmann license to play as a number 10 properly. Like he's too far out wide, or he's not able to get in behind and stretch because Mbappe is trying to hog the ball all the time. The likes of Rabiot's had a decent tournament. Tchouaméni has barely got even into the tournament alone. Like he's barely been able to showcase.
And the fact is, he's one of the best midfielders in La Liga. Why is he getting into the sides? It's nuts. Even
though he started today, he didn't look capable today, which is not right. Kante's been excellent. And all the games
that's another waste, though, isn't it? Kante over in Saudi.
Yeah.
He's got like 3-4 years to go at the top level. Like Bundesliga will suit him well, even playing in the Liga or the Premier League. It's
I know it's insane, but even like Camavinga's not starting.
Yeah.
No idea why. I'd start Camavinga over Rabiot, even though Rabiot's not had a bad match. Like he hasn't been bad at all. I just think Camavinga brings more to it. I think I'm just not sure what you get from France. I don't rate Saliba either.
I don't
rate Saliba.
He's good for Arsenal, but in this French team, I don't see where he gels in at all.
I think for me personally, I would rather see Pavard play. I'd rather see Pavard play in their defence. I prefer Pavard as a player. I think he's so much better.
Yeah.
I just see a lot more from him that I like, and that's what I want to see. But I'm looking who else they've got. I mean, the Zaire Emery doesn't even start. Fofana isn't starting. Like Jonathan Klaus, why is he not starting at right back? You know what I mean? Like Jules Koundé, play him instead of Saliba, or put there's options there. There's so many wingers that don't start. Coman, Dembele. If you're not going to play wingers, why take them? Same with Barcola.
Yeah.
If you're not going to play a system that is for wingers, you're going to play a diamond compact system, which is what the French have notoriously done for years, and they've won tournaments with that diamond system. Why would you take wingers in the first place? Why not just take more central players?
It's dumb. Absolutely dumb.
Yeah. And speaking of which, bringing back to one thing earlier on, if Jude Bellingham just gets a fine, he doesn't get banned, then I'm seriously questioning UEFA.
At the end of the day,
he has to get banned.
Let's put this into perspective with Jude Bellingham. If he doesn't get banned, and we're not saying this as you're a Scotsman, myself a Welshman, we are saying this unbiased. At the end, if Bellingham doesn't get banned, it's one rule for England from UEFA, one rule for another, and it's just continuing to push their agenda.
But even if it's not just necessarily one rule for England, one rule for another, because Dele Alli done that to Slovakia several years ago and got banned.
He did.
You cannot walk up and claim it's an inside joke when you're grabbing your crotch in front of Slovakian fans after you've scored.
At the end of the day,
it's unacceptable. That's more
it's-
disgusting. I would rather
Yeah.
somebody done that to me. I would rather
Mate.
that.
It's just grim. I mean, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, the fact that he said it's an inside joke, just to make it a sort of excuse to try and make it acceptable, that is shocking.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but no guy does that to his
No.
mates as an inside joke. Like
That's
if it's an
just
inside,
weird.
if it's an inside joke, you're calling him a wanker or something.
Yeah.
But you're not grabbing your dick and going inside joke, mate. Aye,
Ridiculous.
maybe it's a different inside joke. I don't know, but it's no clearly an inside joke. It's stupidity and it's insulting. And the Slovakian fans.
I'll tell you what the
Slovakian
inside
fans were
joke is,
great.
right? Jude Bellingham to get banned and then really see how England play. There's
That
the
would be-
inside joke.
They probably play better.
Oh,
You know, it's funny.
who knows?
I think they could play better without Bellingham because they play Palmer on the left and they play Palmer. They play Foden through the middle, but
Mhm.
it doesn't really make a difference because end of the day, like they've just generally been shit. But
Yeah.
if he gets fined, then it doesn't show well for UEFA as well because you've insulted thousands of national fans, and it's been seen by millions on TV as well. Like there was more than 6 million people, I think, watching that game. That's another thing. We need to come on to another big loser as well, actually.
Oh, yes.
The biggest loser of them all after this free kick. Poorly done. There's still a few minutes to go, plus stoppage time. I'd say about 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
Biggest loser of them all at this tournament is ITV.
Oh, my God.
Biggest loser of them all is ITV because how on earth can you declare that the last match of Clive Tilsley's career as your main pundit is Germany versus Denmark, which is still a good game?
Bearing in mind, a
could be getting the
round of
final.
16 game. A round of 16 game.
And
And
he's
yet you
been
still
there,
have any Aluko on your books.
and he's been their main commentator as well and pundit for 26 years.
Mm-hmm.
Massive disrespect to Clive Tilsley.
Yeah.
And I want to point this out as well, by the way. 4.2 million people watched the previous game that Sam Twatterface commented on. 4.2 million. I think that was England versus their last group game. Was it Serbia? No, it was after that. Who was their last group game?
Wasn't it Slovakia? Oh, no, Slovenia.
Slovenia was the last group game. 4.2 million people. 6.3 million people tuned in to watch Clive Tilsley and Ali McCoist on the same day. 2 million people difference, ladies and gentlemen. And you wonder what people want to see. They want to see the entertainment of Ali McCoist with his takes and his football analysis.
And also
the
another
great
thing with
lead-
Ali McCoist, his neutrality as well, cough cough ITV.
The best pundits by far. And yet you're keeping Sam Twatterface and Lee Dixon, who is incredibly unbearable to listen to, and he has got horrible takes. No surprise, he's an Arsenal legend. They always have bad takes. Enya Luko is an Arsenal women's legend. Horrible takes. You look at in general, bad attempt by Ronaldo as well, but Oblak naturally saved it, but that's just shite. She can do maths as well as Lee Dixon can win an international trophy, which is nil.
Yeah.
But Sam Matterface is your main commentator and you're binning Clive Tilsley over a last 16 game. I would love to know, because he's come out as well over video and said that he's done nothing wrong. Why are you getting rid of him? The BBC did not show this level of disrespect to John Watson. When they were telling him that they were going to phase him out, they still gave him the FA Cup final. They gave him a big match day and they gave him the FA Cup finals. Why are you doing this to Clive? It makes no sense. If I'm the BBC, even though the BBC are clowns, I'm hiring him all day long and making him my main pundit.
I'm calling it now. I can see him ending up on Sky.
Probably.
Imagine Clive Tilsley as an FA Cup, not an FA Cup, a Premier League commentator. Oh my
Wait.
god.
Well, he does a lot of commentary anyway. Like he does, obviously. He is the head commentator for Rangers TV with Ali
Yep.
McCoist.
Mhm.
But even though that's a central club channel, they should be on like other broadcasts. I'd like actually, you know what I'd like actually? A triple commentary team for obviously you get it for Amazon games, but I'd love it for either BT or whatever. A triple commentary. Clive Tildesley, Ali McCoist, John Champion.
Oh my god.
It's the best commentary. I would rather listen to those three than Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, and the other old geezer. Like, I've got no interest in any of the Sky commentary anymore. And that guy that does overbearing commentary we thought was going to be okay for the league, Peter Drury, he's came in and ruined the league. Like, his over-dramatisation of Liverpool goals last season, for example, it's like he was having a posh wank. I'm like, mate, can you stop? I'm like, mate, I like a little bit of it, character telling on a goal, but don't go too far. Oh, it's the most perfect goal of all time. It's a tap-in. Fuck me. Like, his over-dramatisation of the 4-4 game between Chelsea and Man City, even though it was a great game, was so fucking too far. Like, Jesus Christ. Corner taken by Portugal. Saved by Oblak.
Oh,
this
wow.
Is go this is going to extra time. We actually might have time to do extra time and penalties. Fuck it, let's just do it. We're any more from you whilst we do these?
I've covered everything apart from that, except I have, Michael Oliver. What's your take on it?
Fire him.
Useless manager.
Referee.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
To be fair, manage and referee. I'd like to know as well why people think he was completely biased to the Germany game.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't. Like, people go and watch that game back.
The thing is, it just seems like he was taking his... Oh, here we go.
Like, they were literally pure bias saying he was favouring the Germans. He wasn't. Like, the Germans had 2 goals ruled off as well. So, and to be fair, this Denmark had a goal ruled offside.
Mm-hmm.
It was 100% offside, Anderson's goal. Very unlucky as well to be given a penalty away. In my opinion, it wasn't a penalty, even though I was celebrating like mad on the watch along.
Yeah.
But it was fair all sides. There was decisions there.
Mm-hmm.
Denmark had chances. They just didn't take them. Rasmus Højlund's finishing the whole tournament has been awful.
It has.
And no disrespect to Højlund. I love Højlund, but he cost Denmark just as much as anything else. Christian Eriksen was supplying them the whole tournament.
At the end of the day, Højlund holds it up really well. I just think with how idiot he is with his career, his finishing, even with the Premier League, how he's been in the Premier League this year, it's been so questionable. But yeah, I'm sorry. Going back to Michael Oliver, him and Anthony Taylor, it's quite something, and we predicted this at the start of the tournament. How those two have been consistently and Stuart Atwell, they have been consistently the worst referees at this tournament, and the only ones making mistakes.
That's the irony of it as well. Is every other all the other tournament decisions have been going really well, apart from that Argentinian referee. Yeah. Like, with some quite dubious decisions in that game as well. Even though he was quite fair throughout, there were some dubious decisions. The likes of Michael Oliver and all that. Like, you're taking 3-4 minutes for decisions, whereas other decisions are being wrapped up in 30 to 40 seconds. Some questions, like, even so you're coming to the tournament, some questions need to seriously be asked. How are you taking that long compared to these other referees that are doing it in 30 to 40 seconds and it's correct? Like, what the hell is going on? That's full time as well.
It's just,
that is awful.
I'm sorry, but on paper, one of the best teams at this tournament, and they go into extra time against Slovenia, who a lot of people had to finish bottom. That is appalling.
Now, I know that I said Spalletti shouldn't get sacked by the Italians because it's one tournament too early and there's a lot of inexperienced players in that team. There's more experience in that Portugal team. If the Portuguese FA have got any ambition, you sack Martinez after this tournament.
I mean, at the end of the day, I keep saying it, Roberto Martinez is a fraud. and especially at managerial level, not a manager, international level.
That physio was on Sheshko's legs. He's a bit too close up his thighs. I didn't want to call out, but I did. Like, do you notice how close he was?
Mm-hmm.
He was literally right up there.
Oh,
you rewind it. Do you see how close he is?
in.
Like, I'm sorry, but I would be asking questions like, mate, can you lower your hand a wee bit, please? I can't watch that. It's horrible. Like, Jesus Christ. Some of the work to just relax the body and get the blood through the body and the legs and all that. Like, yeah, but not like that, thank you.
Yeah, a bit much.
Jesus Christ. If this game goes to penalties, you're expecting Portugal to win it, but genuinely, Portugal have been awful. And they need to have a big long look at themselves. Ronaldo really needs to show his intent as a captain here and take control. Like, he needs to motivate this team somehow, because Oblak has made some great saves. Sheshko has had some good counter-attacks. The Alexander Sorloth Slovenian doppelganger had some good moments as well throughout this game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not looking. I think the Portuguese setup is questionable. I think they need to bring on the likes of Ruben Neves or João Neves because they need something. Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm your biggest fan for over 20 years, but not
tonight. Yeah.
Do you see that? There's a German 2014 World Cup winning shirt beside him. They don't want Portugal to win. I wonder if that's Slovenian or whatever, but I'm seriously questioning Portugal's intent. Like, I don't know if they're playing to win or if they're playing for penalties. I actually don't know. We need Messi to just run back in the chat and just slander Portugal.
Oh, we do massively.
We need May's slander on Portugal. Just for not taking another thing as well is they didn't take more players from their own league, which I thought was really insulting.
Yeah, considering the youngsters they have to offer as well, that's very eyebrow raising. Don't understand that.
To be fair, speaking of me, she just told me something that's absolutely funny.
Go on.
You know that that Frank account on Twitter, the United one, the Ten Hag Avi. He's getting pure gassed because Manuel Ugarte, his dad's followed him on Twitter, and Maisie's pure like laughing about it, saying, "Well, he's followed me for a year."
Oh God.
Oh, pure gas, man. That's hilarious, but she never fails to make me laugh. But seriously, like, Portugal are, of all the teams that shouldn't be going to extra time against a lesser side, Portugal's one of them. Like, England as well shouldn't have gone extra time against Slovakia.
Considering that throughout that game they should have lost as well, that's even more concerning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really poor. Yeah, just about to step up here. Here we go. And that second half kicked off. See how they go.
First half extra time. Here we go. Yeah, just for fun, let's just tweet about Portugal. Let's see. What will I do? That's it. If you want to watch a boring performance of top level footballers, stick on BBC and watch Portugal.
The thing is, they're just gonna. Oh, hang on. Leo's going for it. Nope. It's just so negative. It's just so hard to watch.
Yep, there we go. That tweet's been made.
Nice.
And I fully quote in words. Where is it? If you want to watch a boring performance from some top level, I need to reword that. Let me reword that. You can unlike that one because I've realised I've made it. But it's one thing I'm not going to get that blue tick rubbish. I hate that crap. let me just fix it. Hold on, because I realised I've put a. That should be top level football. It's not top level of. So there we go. Stick on the BBC. Is it on BBC One?
Yeah, BBC One.
That's it. Stick on BBC One and watch Portugal. There, reword it better. That's the tweet.
There it is. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's 100% the tweet. If you want to watch a boring performance from some top level footballers, stick on the BBC. Stick on BBC One and watch Portugal. Yeah. Just as boring as England.
Oh, exactly.
And they're both back to front, strong teams.
And the thing is, as well, with the way that Slovenia have been playing, they're so nice to watch. I mean, look at that. The amount of plays they have to keep throwing back is ridiculous.
Yep.
It's happening again. This was their downfall as well against who was it that they drew against? Portugal. When we did a watch along on.
Wasn't Georgia?
Yeah, I think it was Georgia. They
scored, didn't they? No, they scored, didn't? They scored right at the end.
Yeah, that was the one. The 90th minute winner against Georgia. Was it? No, Czech Republic. That's the one. Yeah, so against the Czech, do you remember when we kept going on about how much they were bunching?
Yeah.
Especially on that right-hand side. Well, it's happening again. Especially in defence as well. I don't care what anyone says, but Roberto Martinez cannot manage a back five defence. Regardless if he has world-class players, Everton, or anything else, he just can't.
Exactly. I'm actually quoting an American account right now, which is genuinely so bloody funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read out the American tweet after I quote this, because they're genuinely stupid. This is from 5 hours ago. But I'm just going to... This is regarding Uruguay and the American national teams. And I think Uruguay are going to win the Copa America.
I think they will. Oh. Ooh. Really unlucky then by Slovenia. Excellent defending. Well, Cancelo redeemed himself to get that back. Swiping him when the press from Slovenia, they're just pushing up. Portugal holding it in their own half, and they keep just getting punished.
Yep.
They need to take the Czech Republic approach. Just smash something in from outside the box. There we go. Slovenia back in again. Oh, that's unlucky.
So there we go. So the American tweet is: Uruguay is not miles ahead of the US men's national team in talent. The reason we feel like underdogs to them is we know they are much more battle tested and proven. They beat Argentina away in World Cup qualifying last year, whilst our manager brags about dominating Canada on a 2-0 loss. Top 5 league goals and assists and top 5 league minutes. They are not Goliath, we are not David. The expectation subjugation is going way too far. We should be expecting to compete. You're not going to do it against Uruguay. So I've commented,
Mhm.
well, I've quoted actually, and my quote is extremely arrogant.
Yeah.
Arrogantly put. Where's my tweet? Where is it? It was literally there. Where'd mine go? Oh, it's because I've quoted the main tweet. Sorry, 126 quotes on this. So I've quoted. Someone's actually quoted, "I wish to be delusional," which is hilarious. Bear in mind, they also have 2 World Cups. I'm going to add that as a little secondary tweet as well. Plus 2 World Cups. 2 USMNT 0. Yeah, so what I quoted is Uruguay has won the most Copa tournaments. It's a fact. They have a better coach and better players that are playing better football than the US. Uruguay is, for me, the team to beat and the eventual winners.
I agree. Oh, that's sloppy.
But I don't think Portugal even care.
They just don't have that edge to get the goal. If it just feels like a Martinez performance where they're hoping to scrape by on penalties. They know they're going to get ripped up on the counter if they let a goal through. It's just negative.
Yeah, it's insulting.
Oh, it is.
Like, honestly, I could theoretically go to the toilet, stay there for 20 minutes, come back, and nothing would have happened from Portugal.
Yeah.
Like, Portugal are that shit that even going for a shit has no impact. They are a repressing team. Like, they are so damn boring. Like, you've got all that attacking talent, that quality. Why are you not doing anything? Like, that Jota is rubbish.
Oh, honestly, he is one of the losers of this tournament, especially if Portugal end up losing this.
Mhm.
Like, by far one of the worst substitutions I have ever seen.
Like, João Felix has barely had a chance to even reinvent himself or recover any form, so he's failed in that way. Not taking anyone that's from their league that's a genuine attacking threat, like not even using Gonçalo Ramos.
Considering his goal scoring form a few years ago, like,
has he had any minutes this tournament?
I haven't seen him. He's been completely invisible.
I'm actually going to check that right now. Like, Gonçalo Ramos, I'm actually having a look because he's a decent player. I feel sorry for him.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. If Slovenia hold on to this now, be another counter attack. No.
No, it says he has played a match, but he's not been on. He scored 3 goals from 5 matches in qualifying.
Why aren't they playing him?
I don't know. I'm actually gonna have a look at that. Let's have a look at. I want to look at something. Portugal versus Slovenia. I want to have a look at one thing more about this game. Yes. "14 shots, 3 on target, 72% possession from Portugal. 7 shots, 1 on target, 20%. They've completed 267 passes from a 62% accuracy. Slovenia, 88% pass accuracy from Portugal. 669 passes so far. Slovenia had 5 offsides to Portugal's 4. Portugal have had 8 corners to Slovenia's 4. So wank.
Yeah.
4-2. The 4-2-3-1 is right, but even so, it's still awful. But when you look at it, Slovenia's 4-4-2 is chilled. But you look on their bench. This is. I'm perplexed. This is Portugal's bench. So Jota and Koik and Chow came on. But you've still got Semedo, Dalot, Ramos, Felix, Pereira, Inacio, João Neves, Mateus Nunes, Ruben Neves, Antonio Silva, Pedro Neto. So that's excluding goalkeepers.
Technically, that's another starting 11.
Why is Neves getting on when he's a brilliant passer of a ball? Why is Nunes not getting on the team when he's an excellent box-to-box player? João Neves is quality to watch. Neto takes on defenders.
And then you bring
Felix
on...
Felix is a mixture and Ramos is a goal scorer.
And then the likes of Diogo Jota comes on, who's basically the same player as your likes of Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leao. It's just playing the sort of the same play style and not offering anything different. Where they all get isolated. It's literally just... I don't understand it. It's tactical delusion.
Oh, massively. And I think when you look at it as well as a whole, the fact of the matter is this: you cannot keep getting away with.
Oh my
this.
God, he's given a penalty.
Fuck off! No way.
That's corruption.
Look at that lassie there. You see that? She's literally looking up. You see that? That's sketchy as hell. France are gonna, even though France have been shite so far, France are gonna turn them over.
Oh, they will.
Oh, look who's won the penalty as well.
Jota.
You've got to be kidding.
That's not a pen. He got the ball.
That is horse pish.
I hope this goes to VAR. If they use that angle, then...
That is horse pish. This has been given.
Yeah. Wait.
I hope Ugarte kills them off here. I hope Ugarte saves this. I love Ronaldo, but this is the one time I want Ronaldo to miss a penalty.
Oh, I hope he just smashes it over. Oh, hang on.
It's been checked. Oh,
good.
Come on, ref. This is not a penalty. Last 13 penalties, all scored.
Been given. But look at how consistent Ronaldo is with his penalties. Always down that right-hand side. Oh, hang on.
Come on, disallow it. Come on.
It's got the fact this hasn't gone VAR is a disgrace. No, he's given it.
Yeah, Ronaldo's going to score this. He's been pissed off with missing free kicks all night and not getting any service. He's going to score this, and he's going to do that.
Oblak right-hand side, he's going to save it.
Oblak's got a good penalty record, to be fair. He could save this. You've got arguably the best pure goalkeeper at the tournament, beside Mainan, that's not a sweeper keeper, just a pure goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Versus arguably the greatest player of all time, depending on who your point of view is.
Told you.
Save. What a save.
Guess who's right again?
Yep. To be fair, we were both saying it in the same way. It was just incredible.
Fair play, Oblak. What a save.
Yep.
And in all fairness, that is complete revenge from a penalty that should not have been given.
Yep.
I want to see what the Twitterverse is saying here.
Well, I've put my tweet out, at least respectful one.
Yeah. Even then, like some of this, like the odd linesman decisions.
Oh, good defending, Slovenia. I've made my respectful tweet anyway. Oh, he's checking something.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Thank God.
No.
Oh, thank God, because that was close. If that had touched his elbow, that would have been a penalty. He's lucky. If that had just been a little bit there, that would have been a penalty. But luckily, it doesn't touch.
To
Nuno
be
Mendes,
fair,
you need
though,
to get glasses. Nuno Mendes, you need
after
glasses,
this
man.
monstrosity, I'm sorry, but Slovenia needed a bit of luck.
They've got the luck of
Bang,
having
got the
best.
ball. Straight away, he got the ball. And this is a thing that they need to look into within the rule book, is players absorbing contact and going down.
Yeah.
Because you can literally run into someone now and it'll be a penalty. It's a joke.
I'll tell you one thing as well. Ronaldo 100% is upset that he's missed, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because this is what it means to him. Because I don't think he'll get the World Cup in 2 years. I'll be surprised if Ronaldo's in that World Cup team in 2026, even though he's an amazing player. And he's got a phenomenal physical...
Will he be 41 in the next World Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not made. Well,
if Pep,
okay,
if
that's
Pep
a bit much.
Ronaldo, I don't like. Ronaldo is actually crying. He's missed. He is bucketing. See, if these delusional Portuguese players were serious, they'd fucking step up now, because it says a lot that he's in tears.
Yeah, he's the only one with passion on that team, from what we've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't help with Martinez fraud football, but okay, what are they doing with Sesko? Showed a clip a minute ago. Oh my god. Way too close, BBC. What a save, though.
I'm actually putting that out as a tweet. Ronaldo wears passion in his heart and on his sleeve. The rest of the Portuguese players aren't showing it. And now I'm going to put another tweet saying, can the Slovenian medical team just relax a bit? With a few laughing emojis. I think we all know what they're looking for, but we can't speculate. There's a little bit more smoke coming out. But yeah, like, Ronaldo literally looks so fucking distraught because of all these Muppet. Oh, this is a big change. Oh, this is a bad change for Slovenia. Here comes Ilicic. This guy's a psycho. He's a good player as well, but he's a psycho.
Yeah.
They've now changed their system as well. Look.
To be fair, this could be bad. This could be bad news for Slovenia. This could finish him off.
Yeah, I think the one thing now, though, is you've come into half-time, the game's restarted. The one thing you do not want now is a pissed-off Ronaldo who's just had a penalty saved.
Yeah.
Gunning for you. They better hope they get this right. They need a goal quick. Because if they don't, quality should still prevail. Oh, what a challenge.
In the book.
Yep. Bijol as well. He's had a good tournament for them.
Oh, flipping heck.
If only he'd done that a little bit more aggressively. You take off Leao for that. You take off Leao for that weirdo. He is so crap, Diogo Jota.
Oh, he is.
Costas had a good tournament though. Like he's grew more like as a professional.
God, what a like. Oh, I just can't with this Portugal team. They're literally inviting the press from Slovenia. I mean, the thing is, it's not even going to matter. Yep. Slovenia can just keep on getting booked. They're inviting the press. They're just playing around from the back. They need to just go full full guns blazing counter now.
They should.
It's
And
too
they could cut
late
through them.
playing this tippy-tappy hipster football. It's too late now. They've got to go for it.
Oh, yeah.
This is so cool.
Cancelo has played far too many minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but Diogo Dalot should be getting more of a chance in this game. He would have done a lot more than Cancelo. Like, he's done nothing all game.
Oh, what a save.
Perfect save. Like, what more did Portugal need to do to convince us? Oh, that's right. Play better football.
Sack Martinez, I think, is the only way.
Yep. There's some good managers for them that they can go and get at, like, after this. Like, a Portuguese manager that knows good football. Like Koikenchao or Anarim. They'd be good shouts. Oh,
that was nasty.
Oh. Unintentional from Ronaldo, of course. He's trying to win it, but he's not happy. Look at that. He doesn't even care.
He just knows they're going out.
He knows that, or he knows something else. That's how annoyed he looks.
Yeah. Mind saying that? Could we be maybe talking an elbow there?
Yeah. He doesn't care. Look. Says it all. He doesn't care. Another booking. There's Bijol now. He's out. He missed the next match. That's a big loss for them.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what's bad for Spain though. Andrick obviously didn't get the booking that would have made him miss the game for Germany. So Andrick will be available for that game. But Jonathan Tah's back from missing a match as well. So now Germany have got 2 physical defenders for the next game.
Yeah.
And full crew is likely to start.
Full crew will rip into shreds. Because I know everyone knows my thoughts between him and Kai Havertz, but oh my god.
Like Havertz had a good game against Denmark, but full crew when he came on, it was just with him and Sane, it was incredibly different.
Yeah. I mean, full crew is the answer for me.
Yeah. And he played well against Spain at the World Cup, to be fair. I think they should start him. They've got the making there of a smart outlook. You got Andrick and Kroos there as well. I think Spain will struggle with them.
Also the manager's been sent off.
Not even just a set, like a straight red.
Yeah.
That is mental. 10 minutes left. He can't get involved in penalties now.
Straight to the assistant. Oh, here we go. Now this is where Portugal are vulnerable. Free kick.
Yep.
Did you see how many players were circling then? All they need to do is play their way out of trouble, Slovenia. Bang, there's the space.
You also had 7 or 8 Portuguese players in that position, though. It's really bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's just pure desperation. Pure desperation and a lack of plan.
You need to let Šeško have a chance to let him express himself. Martin is now booked as well. How people think there's people that generally think Roberto Martinez is a good manager, based on what? Like, the guy is trash.
The only thing the guy's done is win an FA Cup with Wigan and then getting relegated. Like, aside from that, like, come on, really?
He's managed 2 international teams and underwhelmed with both.
And one of them as well. Well, one was a golden generation and one is one of the best teams in Europe. It's a joke.
Even Costa's pissed off with this wall. He's like, seriously, can you move?
Yeah.
Best young goalkeeper at the tournament for me.
It's a good shout. Straight in the wall.
Yep. But that'll wind, at least. That'll wind it.
Yeah.
Dallo, such a fair guy always. What was that?
See, it's not even like they're distributing it quickly from the back. Like straight away, pass it to the side, hold up play, bang, Slovenia are back in position. It's a waste. If they would have gone more direct, they could have gone on a nice counter-attack then. Straight to Cristiano Ronaldo. On the overlap with Jota. There you go. Whereas Slovenia have the exact idea. If you had a bit of support, then they could generate something.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of flaws are ridiculous. Straight back to Slovenia again. Oh, just a bit too hard. That would have been a lovely ball through, though. So lethargic.
Again, another tweet of slandering them.
Good. That's a lovely tackle. Oh, that's a handball, surely. Oh my god. Pepe, what's he done?
Oh,
What
yeah,
a save.
fucker. That was a brilliant save by Costa.
Guys, well and truly bailed him out there. See, this is why they need to abandon this tactic, especially this late into the game. They have to go direct. They can't keep holding it around the middle line. The Slovenian press is just too good now.
Like,
oh my
seriously,
god!
Pepe and Ronaldo need to be phased out from this team, and Martinez needs to be sent to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, he does.
Similar to Havertz, like an easy chance yesterday when he could have killed the game, but he hit the post when he should have just dinked it a little bit. I don't know. They're actually like, it's a good save. I think the fact that he's placed it, I think placing it's a bad mistake, but he's a young striker, but he's still scored enough.
Ruben Neves and Semedo.
Ruben Neves, yeah. Why would you bring on Semedo? Why not just bring on Neves and Felix? Bring on attackers, not Semedo.
To be like, what's he going to offer? Well, we know it's going to be a penalty shootout. What's he going to offer?
Like Ruben Neves at least can hit a penalty. He's brilliant from set pieces. Yeah. What's it going to be? Neves, Fernandes, Ronaldo, maybe Koikenchow.
Ronaldo will take the fourth one, I reckon.
Probably. Fernandes first or last. Ruben Neves second.
It'll be Fernandes first.
First or last. First or last. Like, he always likes the high pressure ones.
Yeah.
Ronaldo theoretically should go first. The captain should, in my opinion, should go first. It sets the tone.
It does. But then again, the question is, on they come. With obviously Ronaldo missing that penalty, can you see it?
Yeah. He missed another one.
Good shout. And they're going up against Jan Oblak as well. Off comes Cancelo.
He's done nothing. That makes sense.
I know he's done nothing, but I probably would have kept him on for the penalty shootout. Pepe coming off's good though.
Yeah. It just means they're going for another attacker up front. So they're going to switch that back three. All Black's been incredible, BBL.
He's been brilliant. This is lovely football. I don't know by here. But wrong time of the game.
Yeah, he's off.
Here we go, back it goes, but Slovenia's still pressing, putting the pressure on. This is what's costing Portugal. See, bang, straight away.
Yeah.
Throw in.
I was going to say, that chance from Sheshko is the exact same as Kolo Muani from the World Cup final, except Kolo Muani isn't that good. I don't think he's that good.
It's good pickup there. Minute and a half to go. What is Fernandez doing? Just play it safe.
I'm actually going to put that in contrast. I'm going to put that as a tweet. Diogo Costa did exactly... Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Diogo Costa did exactly what Kasper Schmeichel failed to do versus Jamal Musiala.
Yeah. Oh, that is... Was that Ruben Neves who tried that then? What a waste. Oh, that was awful. That absolute abomination of a shot has pretty much sent it to penalties. Yeah, 1 minute added.
Yep. But yeah, like Diogo Costa on penalties is insane.
Here we go. This will be the last Portugal attack now.
The fact that this is the first penalty shootout game is embarrassing.
Oh, it is.
Like, this is an embarrassment that it's gone to penalties. If you're a Portuguese fan, you might want to start asking questions. And I'd love to hear what Mourinho thinks, because Mourinho said that Portugal are the team that he thinks is going to win this. Well, Mourinho, I'd love to know what you're thinking now, mate.
Yeah.
Because I don't see any inclination that they can. They'll probably win this shootout, but if they win this, then it's a fluke.
Because at the end of the day, if Šeško wasn't so cocky and actually hit it, Portugal would be out right now. That's the worst thing about it.
I like how there's an account that's actually put up a tweet of like the whole Scooby-Doo meme with Southgate and Martinez, but I literally did that first ages ago. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to look for it. Where is it? Where's my Spanish? Where's my tweet? I got the Martinez thing where I memed them with the Spider-Man meme?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Not that one. I've even
Still can't believe
retweeted it.
that penalty challenge. Just showing it again.
Yeah, me neither.
So poor.
He's run into him.
Yeah.
He's put his knee in that player. Cristiano Ronaldo's actually. Oh yeah.
Oh god.
2016 when he managed them, but BBC have literally called him Cristiano Ronaldo. That is going on Twitter right now. Jesus Christ.
Done. Sorry, I just nicked your tweet as well. Oh god.
Can't believe they've actually called him that. That is mental.
That's funny though.
It's like it's just as bad when if Twitter calls you Pinaldo. Now the BBC are calling you.
Oh, that's hilarious. Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's bad when football Twitter calls you Pinaldo. But now the BBC go one further.
Mm-hmm.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think Portugal are going second, and they're going. Are they going towards the Portuguese end? No, I think it's towards the Slovakian. No, what am I about? Slovenian. No, it is towards the Portuguese end.
They must have won the coin toss.
They did.
This is mad. We're about to see who's made of what.
Could see another one of the big boys going out here.
It can happen.
It's a good save. Plus, another thing you've got to remember is this is indoors as well. So there's no excuse from both teams here. No wind excuse, no nothing.
I was behind you. I've just rewound it. Yeah, good save from Ilicic, from Diogo Costa.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big save. Who's up first for Portugal? Let's find out. Worst for it's Ronaldo. See, told you. Captain's setting the tone.
Where do you reckon he'll go this time?
Same side.
I
Actually,
reckon same side, but he's going to miss a game.
You know what's mad? Down the middle. Starter step.
Oh,
He went down. He went down All Black's right. Starter step.
All Black was correct. He was correct as well.
Yeah, but starter step. I thought they banned that.
I know.
Or is that only in effect after this tournament's over? Because I know it was in effect. Still great. That was a good penalty.
Yeah.
Advantage Portugal. Slovenia need to score. Here we go.
Who they haven't taken it?
Oh, it's Anki's the defender anyway.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's centre back.
Oh, yeah, fucker. What a save.
What a save.
Big save again by Costa. 2 from 2. His penalty record, though, is incredible, though. We said that in the We did say that about in the Champions League as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Consistently on our streams. Oh, you went first?
He was on the... Was he on the line? Or off the line, sorry?
I think he was just on it. But he goes first, look.
What a decision.
That should be I would have said that's a retake, because he does dive first for the ball's kicked. That's Fernandez. The heavy hitters are going straight away. This is going in. He will not miss. He'll do skip and jump. Oh, Black. No, he doesn't.
Oh, he's down the right. Oh, every time.
No, yeah, exactly. No look penalty. He didn't look. Lovely finish by the Manchester United captain. He doesn't even. Yeah, he's looking at All Black the whole time. The cheek. I rate that, to be fair. The cheek did not even look where he's shooting. He just shoots. Šeško's not even went yet. That's bad from Slovenia. He has to go.
He should have been first.
Yep. Your dad's confirmed it. 3 from 3. Another miss. This is horrible.
This is one of the worst. Let's just confirm this. Here we go.
They are shite at penalties.
What a save.
Costa is a fucking penalty king.
He's a machine.
Why
did
Man
say this is one of the worst, absolutely one of the worst penalty shootout performances I've ever seen. And he didn't dive the first this time
I'm just
either.
Gonna put it out there. Yep, I'm literally gonna put that to be out there. I'm saying this is the goalkeeper that, like, Man United, we could have had Costa.
Yeah.
Why? Bernardo Silva, kill it off. Goal.
Yeah, all over. Portugal did not deserve to win that.
What an absolute joke of a national team. They better hope that they better hope they turn up in the semi-finals, because that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've never been so unimpressed by Portugal in my life.
Even then, one of the most unconvincing victories ever. Oh, Garfield for Slovenia there. That's just so poor. Man.
That's why I love Diogo Costa. Like, I wanted him. I didn't want Onana, even though he used to play for Ten Hag. I wanted Costa.
Yeah.
Even though he made some errors last season, he made some errors for Porto, and he made some errors at the World Cup.
But then again, every keeper has an off day. That's the thing you got to remember. But I mean, on the positive side, at least we know Portugal are going to get slapped, aren't they?
The way it's going to go, potentially.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to be a 1-goal thing. But the one thing that won't happen, though, is France will not get an own goal or mistake from a Portuguese player. They'll have to really control it.
Yeah, aside from that, absolutely smashed it again tonight, guys. Watched another penalty shootout. Watched another conclusion to what we could say a questionable performance. But Reece, do you have any parting comments, bud?
Great show.
Yep.
Horrific by Portugal, but they've cemented the
Shocking.
fact that they are a loser, not a winner. They're in the quarterfinals, but fuck me, awful. And yep, France versus Portugal which is on. So Spain versus Germany is on Friday at 5 o'clock. Unfortunately, I'm in the office, so we can't do a watch along. But this game, if it's on Saturday, I reckon we might do a watch along for this match.
Yeah, you probably should.
On the channel. We'll definitely do one. But fuck me, ridiculous.
Absolutely shocking by Port. They just don't deserve it. They do not deserve to get to the quarters, and hopefully, as much as France have been bad, I hope they get shown up. But aside from that, if you have enjoyed it, please don't remember to like, comment, subscribe. Do what you can to support it. Like us on Spotify.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's coming thick and fast, these games, isn't it? And the final will be here in no time. God, this tournament's gone quick, but what a tournament's been so far. Apart from that, enjoy the football, lads, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.
Absolutely. And since I can't get Costa at Man United in real life, I'm just going to go back to my career mode because I've got Costa anyway as my goalkeeper.
Don't blame me there. What a decision. Aside from that, enjoy, lads.
Live on YouTube. And listen back on Spotify. This is the World of Football podcast.